And once again, reality leaves me questioning one, why, and, well, two, why do I ever have hope for humanity not to be stupid? So I haven't been posting videos in the last couple of days, guys. There were actually a few stories I wanted to talk about, but I was in Arkansas for almost 2 weeks. So I just got back yesterday at the time of recording this. So, yeah, there was a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about, like the fact Jennifer Lawrence is a damn idiot. I mean, I knew she was an idiot, but God help me, she's even dumber than I thought, and that's saying something. But anyway, Henry Cavill is out, and I'm just left wondering what the hell, what the actual hell. Like, I haven't watched any of the Zack Snyder movies. From what I can tell, though, Henry Cavill's the only redeeming thing about. Like, it's kind of like the Witcher show. I hear some people say that he was the redeeming quality of that thing. And for the record, I've watched some of The Witcher. I just found it boring as hell. Could not get into it. Probably didn't help that they blackwashed another redhead, and I now have a antipathy towards The Witcher because of Andrzej Sapkowski and the fact he may have plagiarized some stuff. But anyway, Henry Cavill is out as Superman, which is a shame because he's a bit like Gina Carano. There's not really that many bad things I can say about him. Actually, the only bad thing I can say about him is he's too nice. From what I can tell, he seems to have his head on straight. That's the only. If you were going to have a complaint about someone, I guess that would be it. But yeah, he's like Gina Carano. There's nothing I can say bad about him. And so yeah, it's weird that he is on the outs on Superman. And I have to assume this was James Gunn. I haven't read anything on what happened. These are just my thoughts based on what I've heard. This had to be James Gunn doing either James Gunn wanted to just do something stupid, or he really, really, really. Because I talked to some friends while I was in Arkansas about this. And the best way I can rationalize this based on what my friends have told me is it sounds more like James Gunn just wants to do a very hard reboot. Like a very hard reboot. Like so hard of a reboot that, actually no, that's probably a terrible joke to tell. But anyway, he wants to just start a clean slate from scratch, I'm assuming. In which case, I guess that's okay. I mean, it still makes me think James Gunn is an idiot. Like, I already have a low opinion of the man, so. Well, but then again, my opinion doesn't count for much in this day and age, so, oh well. But, yeah, I just think it was a piss poor decision. Because from what I can tell, Henry Cavill, he seems to, based on what I've heard of his performance, he seems to get the character, and he seems to want to do the work, and he actually strikes me as someone who bothers to learn about the character or has some knowledge of like stuff from geekdom, unlike most Hollywood actors who just foam it in and pretend that they know what they're talking about. Unlike them, Henry Cavill seems to. On the bright side, we now got him working on a Warhammer game or movie, which I'm not going to lie, I kind of am having my fingers crossed for that, even though it's being made by Amazon. That's my only complaint. It's being made by Amazon. But fingers crossed for that, because even though I'm not like really well versed with Warhammer, I know a little bit of it to know I like it. Even though they steal stuff from everyone. I mean, yeah, anyway. Like, seriously, you will not find a bigger den of plagiarism than The Witcher, probably. When it comes to Warhammer. From what I hear, they just stole from everyone. Anyway, so there's that to at least look forward to. I'm just wondering what he's going to do it on, because I haven't read if they've given any hints to what the show will be about. I'm hoping it's not about the God Emperor. I remember Weaponized Nerd Rage's comments on this on Twitter, which I really wish he would do a video on this. I miss his non-stream videos, but yeah, it could be interesting. I would like it to be on the Horus Heresy, because from what my friend Kat has told me about Horus, he sounds like he would be an interesting character to do a movie or a series about. He sounds like he could be interesting, minus the daddy issues, apparently. But, yeah, that's just my overall thought, is I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes. And I think James Gunn is an idiot for doing this, because apparently they want to just do a origins. Like, everything has to be an origin story. Like, they are having the same problem that some pulp movies have had. Like, take the Solomon Kane movie. That was an origin story. They always go with origin stories first to establish stuff, and I think that's stupid. especially with Pulse, because the pulp heroes never had origins. Well, usually didn't have origins laid out. The closest we got was the Shadow. Like take Solomon Kane for example. With that one, you were given hints to the past. Like I think it was mentioned that he at one point worked for Sir Francis Drake, and was actually present in one of the most fucked up things Sir Francis Drake ever did in his career, or one of the fucked up things he did. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm digressing here. So yeah, it sounds like they just want to start from scratch, and they want to do an origin. For some reason, they always have to do an origin story. I don't know why. I do not know why they insist on this. If someone can tell me why, please leave that in the comments. That would be a nice elucidation for yours truly. So yeah, and I'm not a big fan of James Gunn, so this doesn't do him any favors in my eyes. I mean, I still remember when he got in trouble for making those stupid jokes, and I still remember all the shit he said about the walking spray tan commercial, acting all high and mighty when he made those kind of jokes. Which, it's a joke, but still, I do not like hypocrites or people who pretend to be something that they are not. So, I already have a bad opinion of James Gunn. This kind of makes me have even a worser one, not by much though. So yeah, that's what I thought about Cavill being out. Let me know your thoughts if you have any, and have a nice day. Pray for sanity.